Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote News, safety officials are urging caution in the water after the recent death of a USD student in the Missouri River. And a look at some new additions to the university's sculpture walk.
Plus, we go inside the Dakota Dome to find out how student athletes are reacting to the indoor pool's $75,000 upgrade.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Hendry.
And I'm Brand Noel. We'll get to those stories and more in just a few minutes. First, the headlines with Levi Goots.
The United States is preparing to increase the number of refugees it resettles by at least 5,000 next year. This move comes as European countries struggle to accommodate tens of thousands of refugees in the Middle East and Africa. After a closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill today, Kerry said the U.S. will increase the number of refugees it's willing to take in, but did not give a specific number. Arizona authorities are investigating 9 shootings of vehicles on Phoenix area freeways over the past 2 weeks. Last week, 4 cars were hit along the city's main freeway. Yesterday, police announced that they're investigating 5 more shootings, including one that shattered the window of an off-duty police sergeant's vehicle as he drove to work. Arizona Department of Public Safety Director Frank Milstead is calling the incidents domestic terrorism crimes. And those are your headlines.
The recent death of a USD student in the Missouri River near Vermilion has safety officials urging people to use caution in the water. Coyote News' Erica Arpan finds out how students can stay safe while enjoying a day in the river.
Brant Blaha, a sophomore and honor student at USD, drowned while swimming with friends at Burbank Beach. Swimming safety precautions are being pushed heavily to USD students and others who plan on going swimming. Clay County Sheriff Deputy Michael Smith says in this case, the students did have some precaution when they went out to swim.
In this situation, it sounded like they were doing everything they should have been doing relatively. They were swimming with friends and people knew where they were at. That's generally going to be the biggest thing.
Recently, a memorial service was held for the 19-year-old. Friends, family, and even faculty shared memories of Blaha and his time at USD. Students who spoke at the service shared how he was an outgoing student who made everyone around him smile. Scott Brenninger, an honors professor, says that Blaha was very active in the honors program and touched so many lives in his short time here at the university.
He had a tremendous impact upon almost everyone who knew him. I've talked to a lot of students who really have keenly felt his loss.
When students are going out to swim, safety officials urge them to be cautious when going to their destinations, especially if it's the river. Deputy Sheriff Smith says the currents are always changing, and especially in the Missouri River, the bottom is always moving. He also mentioned that this is the most recent of 2 tragedies. The Clay County Sheriff's Office has reported that this is the second time something like this has happened, and it's been within 30 miles of Vermilion. Students should always take a life jacket when going out to swim. For Coyote News, I'm Erica Arpan.
For students, the start of the semester means settling into the dorms, adjusting to new classes, and meeting new people. For university officials, it's a time to remind students on how to stay safe, both on and off campus. Coyote News' Michael Guerin is live in the muck with Communications Director Tina Haraldson to talk about how students can protect themselves. Michael?
Brandon, in light of recent allegations of assault off campus that Vermilion police say were blown out of proportion, we thought we'd take a look at what you can do on campus to remain safe. And I've got Tina Haraldson joining me now live in the muck. Tina, thank you for coming by.
Sure, thanks, Michael.
So what steps can students do to remain safe on campus?
Well, I think some basic things like always go with a buddy. If you feel insecure in some area, call campus police. They'll come and escort you. Unfortunately, a lot of times alcohol use or abuse leads to dangerous situations, so watch out for each other. If you have a friend or someone that you're concerned about, stay with them.
Mm-hmm. And there is the Clery report data shows that crime is not a huge issue in Vermilion and on the campus of USD, but does that cause some complacency issues, do you think, for students?
I think it does. Vermilion is very, very safe, and USD is very safe, and we are fortunate, and it's a very high priority for us to keep it that way. way, but you still are going to have the occasional bad actor. It might not even be another student. It might be someone, a stranger who's in town. So we do encourage people to be aware of your whereabouts and use your good common sense. Lock your car. Don't leave your keys in your car. Lock your room. Don't leave valuables laying around. And it's just always a good idea to go with a buddy.
Yeah, and there is blue lights on campus that students can press if there is an emergency, and lighting. Are there plans to add more things like that to campus?
We're always looking at lighting because we want to be sure that there aren't any poorly lit areas or dangerous areas. And if anyone feels there are, they should contact University Police and have them come and take a look at it. Of course, now everyone has cell phones, so it's not like the days where you had to have a phone to call. But be sure you have the police number in your phone so that you can call if you have to.
And campus escort services are available as well for students?
That's right. So if you're studying late, or if there's just any circumstance that makes you feel uncomfortable, listen to your instincts and have escort come and help you out.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Tina. And of course, if you do need a campus escort, you can call 605-677-5342. That's the number for University Police. And of course, you can always dial 911 in the event of an emergency. Reporting live from the Muck, I'm Michael Guerin for Coyote News.
Thanks, Michael. A popular bar in Sturgis is destroyed after an overnight fire on Tuesday. The Full Throttle Salon marketed itself as the largest biker bar in the world. It was a popular venue at the annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, which drew 1 million people this year alone. The venue offered a zip line, rental cabins, and stages for musical acts. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Coming up after the break, find out how students feel about the new restaurant in North Complex. And we take a look at the new additions to USD's Sculpture Walk. Stay tuned.
This is Coyote News.
Whether you're a returning Coyote or this is your first semester at USD, students arrived on campus to some new artistic scenery this year. Coyote News' Andy Hartman takes us on a tour of the university's updated Sculpture Walk.
Not only has the new semester brought unfamiliar faces to campus, it has also brought some fresh artwork. USD Sculpture Walk has added some new pieces this year. USD President Jim Abbott looked to the Dean of the College of Fine Arts to help with the selection.
The beginning of this started probably in late or mid-2012 when President Abbott asked me to come and see him with regards to adding additional sculptures to campus.
The university works with the Sculpture Walk in Sioux Falls, where hundreds of artists have had artwork featured.
Jim Clark, who's the director of Sculpture Walk Sioux Falls, presents us with 20 or 30 potential sculptures, and we select the top 6, present them to President Abbott. He gives his approval, and we start to move forward.
So far, the Sculpture Walk has been getting great feedback.
We've had great comments from everyone. University administrators, faculty, students, alumni I've heard from now commenting how wonderful it is and how much they appreciate all the sculptures we have on campus.
The sculptures are made by both local artists and by other artists from around the world. Sculptures are being featured all around campus, and there are 4 sculptures on display in downtown Vermilion as well. For Coyote News, I'm Andy Hartman.
U.S. News and World Report have once again ranked USD among the top national universities for their 2016 guidebook. This is the 25th consecutive year the university has made the list. USD tied for 180th place with the University of North Dakota and University of New Mexico. The rankings weigh the strength of the academic programs at universities on up to 16 different factors. These include average freshman retention rates, SAT and SAT scores, and acceptance rates.
As students returned to campus this semester, a new restaurant was there to greet them. Papa John's has officially opened in North Complex. Now, students living in the mostly freshman-populated residence hall have quick and easy access to the restaurant. Students say this is a major selling point as cold weather approaches.
It's more convenient, and during the winter times, I don't have to walk outdoors when it's below zero, so it makes it more convenient for me to get some food.
I'm very happy about it because you can come and grab a snack or a pizza or whatever you need, and it's not too far of a walk away.
The addition of a pizza restaurant means USD now has a wider variety of food options.
There's many different options. If you want Mexican, you have Mexican, and if you want a bagel, you can grab a bagel, or even if you want pizza now, you can just grab a pizza.
I think it's very broad, and you can just get whatever you're feeling now, more than just going straight to the muck.
Along with Papa John's, a newly constructed convenience store has also opened in North Complex. Coming up after the break, a look at this year's sorority recruitment by the numbers. Plus, students get crafty in the muck. Stay with us.
USD's Media and Journalism Department can be seen and heard all over campus. Faculty members know that hands-on experience now is the key to success after college. Get professional experience by participating in one of the many practicums offered. Have your voice heard on the radio. Edit a promo for a campus organization. Investigate breaking news stories for a weekly newspaper. Design advertisements for local businesses. Get involved with the Media and Journalism Department at USD and start your future now.
This is Coyote News.
Sororities have been on USD's campus for decades, but this is only the second year that chapters have started their recruitment process before classes begin. Previously, potential new members had to juggle the recruitment process with the new start of the academic school year.
They go to school all day, and then all night they go to recruitment, and then they turn around and do the same thing all day during school, all night recruitment.
This year, 211 women registered for formal recruitment with a record 75% placement rate.
So since 2008, this is the highest number of bids that we have given out to women. So it's working. Something's working really well. So we're not going to change our process at this time. But if it stops working, then we'll reevaluate and look at other methods.
Out of the 159 women who pledged this year, 95% received the bid from the chapter they chose.
The Muck Pit Lounge hosts a variety of events and activities for students throughout the academic year, including Pinterest in the Pit. Last Friday, students came to the Muck to enjoy a few hours of making a gift for themselves or for someone special. The activity is sponsored by Student Services.
Pinterest in the Pit is an event that we do every 2 weeks in the Muck from 11 to 2, and it just gives students an opportunity to come and make a craft that maybe they couldn't do in their dorm room.
The event is one of many that supports the Paw Points program.
Students are able to get Paw Points when they check in for Pinterest in the Pit, so it's a good opportunity for them to get some points and maybe get some Coyote gear later on in the semester.
At the end of each semester, students can trade in their Paw Points for various prizes. Students can see who ranks highest by searching Paw Points on the USD website. On this week's Coyote blog, even though classes started just 2.5 weeks ago, Andy Hartman is less than enthusiastic about the start of a new semester.
So it's a new semester, and that's exciting, I guess, for most people. We're already about 3 weeks in, so I feel like everyone is getting into a pretty solid schedule. I'm already in schedule, but now that the novelty of the new semester is worn off, I'm already bored. We're not even a month in, and my motivation is gone. It's gonna be a great semester, guys. When you lose motivation like me, the main thing is to focus about the fun things about the new semester. It's still early enough to laugh at people who press the crosswalk button by North Complex without people thinking that you're too mean. Then again, when you aren't even motivated enough to care about classes, you also lose the motivation to care about what anyone else thinks. So I'll probably be laughing at people no matter what. I also look forward to seeing the Verm Cats for the first time this semester. I don't know if I smell or something, but I have not seen a single one. Have they left? Have they invaded a different campus? Are they now scaring the pants off of SDSU students? Because if that is the case, go Verm Cats. Cats have been known to kill rabbits, so I hope they're doing their job. For Coyote Blog, I'm Andy Hartman.
Thanks, Andy. Coming up after the break, we take a look at the $75,000 renovation to the Dakota Dome pool and find out how student athletes feel about the changes. Stay with us.
Fostering is when you take in an animal into your home and you take care of them until we can find them a permanent forever home.
If you can find it in your heart to do it, it's rewarding.
We do all the vetting, the neutering, the spaying, the medications.
The Humane Society has lots and lots of great dogs and cats that can pull at your heartstrings and make you realize you got a little more to give.
This is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, find out how student athletes are responding to a $75,000 update to the Dakota Dome pool. I'm Erica Arpan.
And I'm Anthony Gosh. We've got highlights from the Coyote football team's opener against Kansas State, plus a look at the soccer team's home victory over Green Bay. First, the headlines. Levi?
Kansas State has suspended its band director after a controversial halftime show. During the halftime of the Kansas State versus South Dakota football game, the band attempted to depict its rival, Kansas's mascot, losing a battle with the Starship Enterprise, but instead it displayed an inappropriate formation. Kansas State's band director was fined $5,000 and given a 1-week suspension for the incident. ESPN has pulled Kurt Schilling from appearing on air for the remainder of the regular baseball season. The former star pitcher and current Sunday night baseball analyst has been pulled for retweeting a post comparing Muslims and Nazi-era Germans. Schilling has since apologized. Serena Williams is now just 2 wins away from completing the same-year Grand Slam. Williams defeated her older sister Venus in the quarterfinals in 3 sets. If Williams is able to win in Thursday's semifinals and Saturday's final, she will be the first to win the calendar year Grand Slam since 1988. And those are your headlines.
Last Friday, the USD Athletic Department announced it will provide a cost of attendance stipends in all 17 sports beginning with the 2016-2017 season. The NCAA adopted new rules in January that allow for scholarships to cover costs beyond tuition and fees. The new rules will be able to cover the cost of attendance for student athletes that will include academic-related supplies, transportation, and other personal matters. The overall cost of attendance is a gap between the full cost of attendance and the value of tuition, fees, room, board, and books. These items are the traditional definition of a scholarship. The value of the new benefits at USD will be up $4,100,000 per scholarship. The USD football team suffered its first loss of the season in its season opener against Big 12 power Kansas State, 34-0. Kansas State senior Morgan Burns took the opening kickoff back 100 yards for a touchdown, and the Wildcats never looked back. Coyote Junior quarterback Ryan Sager completed 18 of 30 passes for a career high of 205 yards. Sager connected with Eric Shufford 6 times for 79 yards. The Coyotes play again this Saturday on the road as they travel to UC Davis in California. USD's home opener is set for September 19th against Drake.
The women's soccer team scored their second win of the season against Green Bay at home on Sunday. Corey Strang was the first to score for the Coyotes, tying the game 1-1 in the first half. USD freshman Sammy Vilwatt gave South Dakota the lead with 2 second-half goals. Green Bay responded with 2 quick goals of their own, causing the game to go into overtime. Vilwatt scored her 3rd goal of the night, giving the Coyotes a 4-3 win. This is the women's first home victory of the season, giving the team a 2-7 record. The Coyotes travel to Texas Friday, where they'll take on Texas Rio Grande Valley. USD is continually updating campus with new renovations and buildings. Tonight, Coyote News' Michaela Feldman takes us inside the Dakota Dome, where students and members of the community will get the experience of the latest improvements.
Walking into the USD swimming pool, you may not notice a difference from last semester. However, the pool recently got a facelift. The new renovations done here this summer allow swimmers both cleaner and warmer water. Renovations include having the pool rerouted and cleaned, the pipes fixed, the jets redone, and a new filtration system. Senior swimmer Maggie Smith says the new renovations are beneficial.
For a team, it's really great. As you can tell, the water is really clear. The temperature is great. Just training-wise, you don't get too hot. You're not freezing. You know, it just makes better conditions to train in and things like that.
Head coach Jason Mahol says most people won't realize the difference just walking in.
Sounds kind of swim coach dorky, but having the heating system that we're going to kind of control the temperature a little bit will help us a lot.
The swimming and diving team compete in the annual Red and White scrimmage on September 26th. For the Yacht Report, I'm Michaela Feldman.
The university spent an estimated $75,000 on the pool renovations. The Coyote women's volleyball team went 2-1 this past weekend at the Arizona Invitational. On Friday, the Coyotes fell to 16th ranked Arizona in straight sets. Senior Sydney Dimke led the Coyotes with 10 kills, and Brittany Jessen with a double-double with 20 assists and 11 digs. On Saturday, USD rebounded, defeating both Cal State Northridge and Florida A&M in straight sets. Dimke and Jessen both shined again for the Coyotes and were named to the all-tournament team. The Coyote women play again this weekend in Grand Forks at the North Dakota tournament.
Tomorrow night at 6, the USD football team and the Vermilion Chamber of Commerce will be hosting a pep rally at the Platts in downtown Vermilion. This pep rally is a part of Vermilion Day, which is a celebration of the beginning of the school year for both USD and other Vermilion institutions. Speakers at the event include Athletic Director David Herbster and Head Football Coach Joe Glenn. The event is free and open to the public. In this week's sports commentary, Devin Reiners weighs in on the most recent Deflategate ruling.
The NFL season kicks off tomorrow when the New England Patriots host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patriots fans received good news last week when Tom Brady won his appeal of the 4-game suspension resulting from Deflategate. Winning this appeal means that Tom Brady will be starting at quarterback at kickoff. This isn't the first time the Patriots have been accused of cheating. Remember Spygate? Even if Brady is innocent, someone within the organization had to have deflated the footballs. And I think the NFL should have punished head coach Bill Belichick. Whether he knew about Deflategate or not, he's supposed to have control of his football team and staff. The league could have fined or suspended Bill Belichick for his lack of control of his football team. And when it comes to Tom Brady's legacy, I really hope this doesn't affect how people view his accomplishments. He'll always be a 4-time Super Bowl winner, 2-time NFL MVP, and one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. If you disagree, I'm on Twitter. Find me. I hope that with the start of real games this weekend, this issue will blow over and we won't have to hear about it anymore. I would really like to be able to turn on my TV and see highlights of games instead of people still talking about Deflategate. I'm beyond excited for the regular season to start, and I can't wait to spend my Sundays doing nothing but watching football. And that's the Reiners Report.
Thanks, Devin. Coming up next on this week's edition of Coyote Shorts, we explain the do's and don'ts for first-year students. Stay with us.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
The Latino Student Organization is a all-inclusive student organization that focuses on bringing in Latino culture to University of South Dakota. We do fiestas, we do piñata parties. We also just hold potlucks where we cook and we just share Latino culture and food and just mingle.
This is Coyote News.
Thousands of students are back in Vermilion to spend their years studying, getting involved on campus, and being a Coyote.
On this week's Out and About, we asked students what their favorite part is about being back at USD.
Probably just to see all the new people, because I come from a small town, and I don't know, just to experience new things, because I've never been to a college like this?
Just being back with everyone and socializing, and that's about it, really.
Well, just being back with all my friends, you know, I was gone for 3 months and not really that many people to hang out with, and now that I'm back, it's just kind of like coming back home.
I really like the whole atmosphere, just all the different people and stuff.
I get to go back into my studies and do my classes and meet new people and be back with my friends.
I really like the dorms.
I absolutely love it. All of the people are so nice, and I'm just really excited for this year.
Education is first, but I mean, parties are good, women are good, just trying to have a good time.
For many students, the switch from high school to college can be a rocky transition. On this week's edition of Coyote Shorts, we have a few tips for how freshmen can make the adjustment to college life a little easier.
Here at the University of South Dakota, we have many do's and don'ts that freshmen should follow. You should never press the button.
Be late to class again. Professor's gonna kill me. I swear, if someone hits that button right now. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me!
Do remember to study, but don't talk on the 3rd floor.
Hello? Mom, you gotta speak up. Speak up.
Make sure you do come to class. Make sure you do get a parking pass, because if you don't, you get a ticket. Don't party in your room. UPD. Remember, freshmen, if you follow these tips, you will make it past your first year of college.
A new edition of the Volant hit newsstands today. Pick up a copy to read about what Vermilion can do to remain a vibrant secondary home for students. Kentucky wildlife officials have captured a monkey on the loose in a small town. State police and Bath County deputies had been helping Kentucky fish and wildlife officers with their monkey business in the town of Owingsville. Media reporters say officials had to tranquilize the animal today to get it down from a tree. Primate Rescue Center founder April Truitt tells a local TV station that the animal appeared to be a long-tailed mucock and was probably someone's pet at one point. She says the center in Nicholasville will take the animal in.
That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to check out our new daily updates by following us on Facebook and Twitter. Throughout the week, we'll feature news and sports headlines, what's trending, and previews of upcoming campus events.
And if you have a story idea you'd like to share, email it to us at kyotnews@coyotes.usd.edu. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.